hike by myself on Tuesday, and so I drove up to Sterling Lake Forest, which was closed because there are a lot of trees falling from the fires in the fall, and so they've closed it. Hopefully, they're going to open by the end of the month. But naughty me decided she was going to walk around the lake anyway, and then worried about it the whole time. Why is the trail closed? I didn't know. I got stopped as I came out by a park ranger and explained to me that the trail was closed. As I was walking around the lake, it was very beautiful, and I was very enjoying my pace and my movement. And I got to a particular place in the trail where I finally had a view of the lake. It's a very large, beautiful lake, and it was frozen. And I just stopped and looked. And everything became so still and quiet. And I became so peaceful. I continued, and I came to the very bottom of the lake, and I stopped again and felt the cold air blowing, the wind blowing across the ice, so it was very cold, blowing onto my face. And I just stood there and felt that cold air on my face and looked at the different patterns in the ice. And then I continued on. And I stopped another time, but it was in that moment of stopping. It wasn't just being out in nature, but it was stopping and paying attention. That for me is where I find peace and connection. So David White speaks about stopping, and he says, stopping is how we go on. Stopping is how we deepen our relationship with the world and those who live in it. Stopping is how we drink from a more nourishing source. So he goes on to talk about how everything in life, in the universe, is moving. There is a constant flow of movement. And if we think about the Big Bang, the universe itself is constantly expanding. Everything is moving away from everything else. And so in our lives, we are in this constant flow, and it's when we stop and get still that we are better able to connect into that flow that is always going on. And it's when we connect into that flow that is always going on that, for me, there is that sense of connection. So yay to being out in nature, always. And yet it's those moments of stopping. And whether it's stopping physical movement or just stopping and paying attention in a different way, in a deeper way, that's where connection takes place more deeply. And he goes on to say that stopping actually needs to be taken on as an art and a practice. That it becomes an art and a practice. And as I was thinking about that, I was thinking about my walk around the lake and how so often when I go out and I hike, I don't stop. I go, 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 go until I get to the end, and then I back to the car. So when it becomes a practice, that's when there's this real beauty and connection for me. Yoga is really about stopping in a way. We're going to move, but in other way, we are stopping. We are choosing to set aside the busyness of life and come to a place where we become more quiet and interned and able to connect more deeply into that underlying current. So as we go through our practice today, from time to time, maybe I will offer an opportunity for us to stop moving, just to take in, to soak in, and allow ourselves, it's like going from in an elevator down. You're in the penthouse, and you're going down to the basement. The basement is where that underlying current is. The penthouse is where most of us live all the time. So as we settle, see if you can take the elevator down into the deeper levels of yourself. Please close your eyes, sit up tall. And in David White's words, begin a silent, attentive, observational conversation with the unknown that lies within us and beyond us. Start wherever you are and begin to lengthen your exhalations. Each exhalation allowing yourself to take the elevator down, one flight and another story, deeper and deeper towards the basement, towards the depth where you connect. So as you exhale, take awareness down. As you exhale, take awareness further down. Ride it deep and deeper. And set an intention for your practice to practice the art of stopping. We'll chant 3 ohms, invocation 3 times. Please turn your palms in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Take a moment and bow your head and stop here. Pause, feel, bring your attention, your inquisitiveness, your presence to this moment. And lifting your head, open your eyes. We're going to start standing up, and we're going to stand up at the wall. You don't need your mat, and it doesn't really matter where you are. If you would just please stand up and come with your back to the wall, avoid the window. You can get right close to each other because we're just going to be standing briefly here. Yep. Step your heels back. and lean yourself against the wall. See if you can lift your shoulders slightly and tack them back to the wall. So you feel your shoulders, the back of your shoulder blades flat against the wall, and then the back of your head also against the wall. The chin level. Stella, lift your chin a little. Yeah. Heels back, buttocks back. Take a deep breath in. We have, in the course of life, a forward head position in much of what we do. There's like no stopping my head from getting to around the next corner before the rest of me. Everything is pulling forward. So we're going to focus on stopping by keeping the head moving to the back plane. So what you feel with your body against the wall is going to be the benchmark that we're going to carry with us through the practice. So imagine that the wall is portable, that you have just a little bit of wall that will come with you from your buttocks to the crown of your head. And then shift so you're just a little bit away from the wall, but you still feel it there. So just shift the weight forward so you're not leaning against the wall anymore. But with a portable wall, it's still there, touching the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, and your buttocks. You with me? It's a metaphorical wall. It's an invisible, imaginary wall, portable. So keeping that now, bring yourself back to your place, to your mat. See if you can do that with your portable wall. So just being mindful that we're not pulling the chin down or jamming it back, but it's kind of like sitting in your car and resting your head on the headrest. It's just a gentle releasing back. Good, so shoulders back, head back, turn the palms out. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, sweep the hands down and into the heart. And just do that a few times, noticing how as the arms go up, the head really wants to pull forward a little bit. See if you can keep it back. And exhale, hands into the heart. Good. Inhale again. And as the arms come up, pause here. Press the four corners of your feet firmly down into the mat. Ball of the big toe, inner heel, ball of the pinky toe, outer heel. Catch your right wrist with your left hand. Imagine you still got that wall behind you and you're sliding yourself over to the left, stretching the right side body. The head is not pulling forward, it's not leaning back. That wall is still behind you. Press down into your right foot, inhale yourself back up, switch the clasp, and same thing. So you're still against the wall and you slide along the wall, bending over to the right. Take a breath. Inhale yourself back up. Exhale, bring your hands down and into your heart. From the hip crease, begin to hinge forward, just coming halfway down, carrying the wall with you. So though the momentum of the torso is a forward movement, the action is still back, head back against the wall, shoulders back against the wall. And then bring yourself back up like you're pushing into the wall with the head, the shoulders, the buttock. Sweep the arms to the sky, breathe in. Keeping the arms by your ears, hinge halfway forward again, remembering to keep your head and shoulders against the wall. Press down, push your head back, shoulders back, thumbs back, and come all the way up. Catch your left wrist. Slide along the wall to the right. Take a deeper side bend. Bump your hips to your left. And then use your core to bring yourself back up. Switch the clasp. Side bend to the left. Bump the hips to the right. See if you can keep your right shoulder on the wall, the top shoulder back. Good. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, sweep the hands down and into the heart. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. So we're going to come all the way forward into Uttanasana. Keep your wall with you for as long as you can. So come halfway down. If you can come farther down with the head still lifting, shoulders lifting, do so. And then when you can no longer, release your hands to your shins or to the floor or to your blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine, come halfway up, head pressing into the wall, shoulders into the wall. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper, releasing the head, releasing the shoulders. Inhale again, lift the head to the wall, the shoulders to the wall. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. From that action, head up, shoulders up, Rachel, shoulders up, up, yes. And then all the way up, 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 arms to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands into your heart. So as David White talks about an art and a practice, our artful practice is going to be keeping head back, shoulders back through 99% of what we do this morning. So a real practice and a real art. Sweep the arms to the sky. Carry your wall with you, fold forward. Inhale, again, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, step your right foot back to a lunge. Find your wall here. Your head is heavy. It's now got gravity pulling it down towards the floor. Press the head into the wall. Lift up to fingertips so you can get your shoulders and your shoulder blades flat on the back, up towards the wall. Good. Keeping your right hand on the floor, bring your left hand to your hip, twist to your left. Lean the shoulders back, the head back. Yep, then stretch the arm to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Breathe in again. As you exhale, bring the left hand down, plank pose. Step the left foot back. You can do this with the knees up or the knees down. Head up, shoulders up. So the wall is still with you. A constant companion, reminding us that there are times when it can be really beneficial to stop. Keeping that lift up to dog pose, back to dog pose, hips to the sky. Pedal your feet. Mindful of where your head is. And then step forward with your right foot to a lunge. Lifting again to fingertips so you get that little bit of extra lift for your shoulders, the back of your head. Right hand to the right hip. Twist the torso to the right. Head back, shoulders back. Find the wall. Stretch the arm to the sky. And then breathe. Bring a silent, attentive, observational conversation with the unknown as we stop here, breathing. Exhale, bring the right hand down, left foot forward, Uttanasana. Come up in that same way, head up, shoulders back, reach your arms up, flat back, arms to the sky, stretch all the way up, fold all the way back down. Fingertips down, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot back lunge. Coming to fingertips, back of the head lifting up, shoulders lifting up. Right hand to the right hip. Keep the pelvis steady as you twist to the right. Find the wall behind you. Stretch the arm to the sky. Stay here with the left hand solidly on the ground or hover the left hand off the ground. Exhale, release the left hand down. Right hand down, plank pose. Place the hands flat, right foot back. Sweep the sit bones down, tailbone down. Think about your head, your shoulders. Breathe. Breathe again. Slowly back to dog pose. So attentive, so mindful. Again, pedal the feet. Breathing and step the left foot forward, lunge. Coming to fingertips, head, back, shoulders, back. Left hand to the left hip, twist to the left. Stretch the arm to the sky. Stay here with the right hand on the ground or hover the right hand up off the ground. Exhale, right hand down, left hand down, step forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, attentive, mindful. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, hands into your heart. Please face the long edge of your mat. Step the feet wide apart. Turn the right foot out 90 degrees for Trikonasana. Open the arms out to the sides and stop. Buttocks both against the wall. So you might find that your left hip has shifted forward. So your portable wall, left hip against it. Both shoulder blades against it. Back of the head against it. And just as we slid down the wall when we side bended, do the same thing here. So get long in the torso and then slide down the wall to your right until the right hand finds the leg or the ankle or the floor and the left arm to the sky. And then just double check everything. Right buttock, both shoulder blades, back of the head. Take a deep breath in and stop here and just be and listen and breathe. In conversation with yourself. 2 deep breaths. Each exhale, take the elevator down. Come out of Trikonasana the same way you went in. So mindful, slide up against the wall. Virabhadrasana 2, bend the right knee. And same thing, both shoulders, back of the head. And then as you turn your head to your right, keep it connected. Bend a little bit deeper. Breathe. Stop in the pose. Take the elevator down a little bit deeper. Sit physically deeper into your stance. Beautiful. Take the left hand to the left thigh, right arm to the sky, and then we're going to slide along the wall to the left, side bending to the left. Inhale, come all the way up, straighten the right leg. Lower the arms, parallel the feet. Turn the left foot out. Straighten both legs, firm the muscles to the bones. Open the arms out to the sides, find the wall. Buttocks, shoulders, head. Slide along the wall, Trikonasana. Bring the hand down to bear weight. The left hand. And then stop. Breathe and deepen. Inhale, slide yourself back along the wall. Bend the left knee, warrior 2. Check the hips, shoulders, back of the head. And then so mindfully turn the head to the left. Go a little bit wider with your stance. Take the elevator down a little bit deeper. Begin to slide to your right. Right hand down to the right thigh, windswept warrior. Sliding along the wall. Make sure the head doesn't pull forward. One more breath. Come all the way up, oh so mindfully. Exhale, lower the arms, parallel the feet. Sweep the arms to the sky. As though your thumbs were on the wall, head was on the wall, bring the wall with you, come halfway down, just halfway down, halfway forward. Use the strength of your legs, try not to shift the hips way back. And then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Well done. Come halfway down again. Yeah, shift left and right if you need more space. So shoulders are lifting, head is lifting. There's a stopping even as we're going. Take the left fingertips to the floor, the right hand to the right hip. Twist the torso to the right. Keep the pelvis level. See if you can move the right shoulder back to the wall, the metaphorical wall, right on top of the left shoulder, head back, and then arm to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand down, right hand down. We're going to come back to stand. Your option, hands on your hips or arms by your ears, flat back. Push into the wall to come up. Exhale, come halfway down. Keep the hips shifting forwards. They stay in line with the ankles. Right hand down to the floor, left hand to the left hip. Twist the torso left. Left shoulder back, head back. Left arm to the sky. Breathe. Here, both shoulders, head against the wall, right hip lifting. Bring the hand back down to the floor. We're going to stand up again, either hands on the hips or arms by the ears. Come all the way up. At the top, catch your right wrist. Side bend to the left, slide along the wall. Inhale, slide back up. Switch the clasp. Slide to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale and release the arms. Parallel the feet and step the feet together. Okay, stay facing the long edge of your mat. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Firm the right leg, skin to muscle to bone. Make it strong and steady. Bend the left knee out to the side. Then lift up the left foot or keep the toes on the floor to the calf, to the thigh. Hands to the heart. Breathe. Take support as needed. Shoulders back, head back. Arms up. Everything against the wall, the portable wall. Clasp your left wrist with your right hand. Tentatively, carefully side bend to the right. Slide along the wall. Slide yourself back up. And exhale and release both hands down. And then stop. Go deep. Be in conversation. Connect with your breath. with the ground beneath you, with the vast, beautiful world that we are part of. Shift the weight into the left leg, press down through the left foot. Bend the right leg out to the side, and then place the right foot. Press into the midline, foot into leg, leg into foot, hands into each other. Shoulders against the wall, head, buttocks. Reach the arms to the sky if it's available to you. Everything connected back. Clasp your right wrist. Side bend to the left. Inhale yourself back up. And exhale, release. Grab your block. Face towards me. And bring your block to the back of your head. So it is now not just an imaginary wall, it is a physical wall. Pull the block forward and push your head back so you meet yourself there. Pull the elbows towards forward, pointing forward, and pull the armpits back in space. Good. Take a deep breath in, feet parallel, strong underneath you. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Drop the tailbone down. Keep pressing the head back, armpits back. So when you pull your armpits back, your shoulders move back. So like they were going into the wall. Head back into the block. Torso upright as much as you can make it. Shoulders more over hips. Shift the hips a little further back. Sit a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Come all the way up. Bend halfway forward, keeping your head pressing up. Armpits pulling back. Come back up to stand, pressing the head into the block. Not because we're blockheads. And then stretch your arms to the sky, holding the block. Take a breath in, hold the short edges of the block. And exhale, side bend to the right. Sliding the block, the head, and the shoulders and the buttocks. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Slide. So don't take the right shoulder forward. Keep it back against the metaphorical wall. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the block down in front. All the way down. Just give the arms a rest. And then inhale, take it back up. Stretch it high. Armpits back. Check your head. Exhale, side bend left. Step the right toes to the right. Stay here with the toes on the floor, or lift the right foot up off the floor. Balance on the left foot. Breathe. Bring the right foot back down, then bring yourself all the way back up. Side bend to the right. Check your head. Left toes to the left. Breathe in. Left toes up, maybe, maybe not. Side bend a little bit more. Inhale, bring the foot back down. Lift yourself back up. Lower the block down in front. All the way to the thighs. Is your head going with it? Shoulders back, breathe in. Arms up to the sky. Bend the elbows, block to the back of the head. Press, head into block, elbows pointing forward, armpits pulling back, belly strong, bend halfway forward. Come all the way back up. If you're not at the top of your mat, step to the top of your mat. Pull the block forward, push the head back, pull the armpits back, step the right foot back, lunge. Because the wall is portable, it's also bendable. We're going to curve into a back bend here. So lift up the side body, keep the armpits pulling back, and begin to curl your head back into the block and let the block go back. So your elbows start to point up towards the ceiling instead of out in front of you. Lift your sternum to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Sit a little bit deeper into your lunge. Move the back foot back a little bit more. One more breath. Rock on the back foot, forward and back, and then push off 2 step forward. Stretch the block up, breathe in, and lower it down in front. Inhale, block up. Bend the elbows, block to the back of the head, elbows forward, armpits back, waistline back, left foot back. Lunge. Get long in the side body. Tack the armpits further back and then begin to curl yourself back. So your head is supported by the block, pushing into the block, and you're pulling the block into your head. And that gives you a little bit more power in the shoulder blades and the chest to open. Fire up the muscles of the left leg, the back leg. Push from your pelvis out through your left toes. Curl a little bit further. Come out of the back bend. Rock forward and back with the left foot. Step forward. Stretch the arms up, breathe in. Bend all the way forward with a flat back, carrying the block with you, all the way down to the floor. Put the block down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward, come to that flat back. Exhale and fold in. Inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, move the block to the side. Down face dog, step both feet back. Plank pose. Head pushing into block. As you lower yourself to the ground, keep your head pushing up into the block. Lower all the way down. Come to your belly. Elbows pointing back. Lift the shoulders up. Press the head up. And lift the head, the shoulders, and the chest into cobra pose. Pelvis on the floor, elbows bent. Be on the shoelace side of your feet. Take another breath, chest forward. As we go back to dog pose, be in conversation, attentive, observational conversation with where your head wants to go. Take a full dog pose. Deep breath in and out. Lift up the right leg in the air. Step the right foot forward, not a super long stance, and spin the left heel down. Take your block and place it underneath your left hand. And straighten both legs, bringing your right hand to your hip. Lift the head up, shoulders up. Keeping the pelvis level. Begin to twist just the torso to your right, so don't twist your hips. Just your torso, in particular the upper part of the torso, the shoulders. Lean the head back, the ears back. Stretch the right arm to the sky. Stop here. Breathe into whatever you are experiencing. One more breath. Exhale, release the right hand down. Put the block to the side, step to dog pose. Plank pose. Lower yourself to the floor. Flip the feet. Press the head up, shoulders up, cobra pose. Imagine there's a block behind your head. Pull it into your head, push your head into the block. Draw your chest more forward. Exhale, down face dog. Lift up the left leg. Step the left foot forward. Spin down the right heel. Block under the right hand. 2 straight legs. Left hand on the left hip. Spin down the right heel so it's on the floor to your left. So the heel can go into the left a little bit. Yeah. Level the pelvis. Lengthen the torso. Begin to twist to your left. Tack the left hip back, back, head back, shoulders back, throat open. Reach the arm to the sky. Breathe here, where you are, as you are. One more breath. Exhale, release the hand down. Put the block to the side, down face dog. Bend the knees and step back. And bring your knees down to the floor. Take your block between your thighs. Then bring the hands back down to the floor. And we're going to lift the knees, so don't worry about patting your knees. The knees will not be on the floor. Hover up your knees. Hover, just hover. Hover. Yeah. With the knees hovering, head back, shoulders back. Pivot on your feet. Spin your knees to the right. Spin your knees to the left. Spin your knees to the right. Keep your knees low. Spin your knees to the left. Knees right. Knees left. Knees right. And knees left. Back to center. Knees down. Release the block for a moment. Sit back in child's pose. Bring the weight off your hands, off your wrists. Come back up to all fours. Reposition the block between the thighs. Curl the toes under. Hover the knees. Tiptoe the feet forward, 1, 2, 3. Tiptoe the feet back, 1, 2, 3. Tiptoe forward, 1, 2, 3. Knees low. Tiptoe back. Where's your head? Knees, foot, tiptoe forward. Tiptoe back. Tiptoe forward. And tiptoe back. Knees down. Block down. Sit back. Rest your hands. Take a breath. Stop. Let this become an art, the art of stopping. David White goes on to say that stopping is only possible by having a friendship with silence. So let there just be silence for a minute. Come back up to all fours, replace the block. Hug the block, curl the toes under. Check your head. Hover the knees, an inch. Just an inch. Knees to the right. Knees to the left, knees to the right, knees to the left, knees to the right, knees to the left. One more time. To the right, to the left, Knees down, lock down, sit back. Rest your hands. Invite yourself into the silence where the conversation takes place between yourself and the flow of life. Bring yourself back up to all fours. Replace the block between the thighs. Replace the hands. Curl the toes under. Hover the knees. Walk your feet back. 1, 2, 3. Walk your feet forward. 1, 2, 3. Walk your feet back. Walk your feet forward. Walk your feet back. Head up. Walk your feet forward. Walk your feet all the way back to plank pose. All the way back. Straighten the legs. Squeeze the block. Hips low. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend the elbows and lower all the way to the ground. Hug the block with the thighs. Press the shoelace side of the feet down. Sweep the sit bones down. Engage your glutes. Float your shoulders forward. Lift the shoulders to the metaphorical wall. Head up towards the wall without lifting your pelvis or straightening your arms all the way. Come halfway up. Press the head back a little bit more and draw your heart forward a little bit more. Head back a little bit more. Heart forward a little bit more. One more breath. Still holding the block. Down face dog. Squeeze the block. Lift it up with you. Organize your feet. Take 3 deep breaths. Tiptoe your feet forward up to your hands, or your feet back to your hands. Bring your hands to the shins just below the knees. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Squeeze the block. Roll it back behind you. Lift the pit of your belly up. Drop your tailbone down. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold in more deeply. Let the head release. Let your neck muscles relax. Still squeezing the block gently. Breathe in, bring your head, shoulders, and chest up to a flat back. Pull the belly muscles up for stability. Stretch your arms out in front or keep the hands on your hips and come all the way up to stand. Shoulders back, head back, arms back, block back. Exhale, hands down and into your heart. Put the block down and to the side. Stand up tall. Imagine you were at the wall right where we began. And notice if the practice we have been practicing diligently, if the practice has shifted in any way the way you are standing. And if the way you're standing is perhaps offering you the invitation to stop the headlong rush of life and just be present. Around us, things are always stopping. The rain stops, the sun comes out. The winter stops, the spring arises. The night stops, the day comes. You reach a point where you're stopping work and you're retiring. You're stopping this, you're stopping that. And every stopping is an invitation to let go of something so that something else can take its place, something new can rise up. And when we stop intentionally, we can also discern, is this thing that's happening or that I'm doing healthy for me, good for me? Or should I be doing something else in a different way, or the same thing in a different way? Having that moment to stop and take stock gives us an opportunity to be more intentional and mindful in the way we live. Sweep the arms to the sky, breathe in. Come halfway down. Release the hands all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward, lift the head just in line with the spine, shoulders up. Exhale and fold in, release the head down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step both feet back, down face dog. Coming onto the pinky toe side of the right foot for Vasishtasana. Either stack the left foot or step the left foot into a kickstand. Then, left hand to the left hip. Shoulders back, head back. Yes. Arm to the sky. Still against the wall. 2 deep breaths. Exhale, left hand down. Pivot to the other side. Either stacking the feet or kickstanding the right foot. Right hand to the hip. Shoulders back, head back, and then the arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Exhale and release, downward facing dog. Bend the knees to child's pose. Settle your hips back, head down, and rest. Stop and take stock. Enjoy a deep, full breath. Turn over onto your back, feet towards me, head to the back of the room. Lie down flat on the floor. And here is once again our portable wall. It's now become the floor. So settle your shoulders onto it, the back of the head onto it, the pelvis, the hips onto it. So a little bit of curve in your lower back. And feel how the floor, the earth, is always inviting us into quiet, into a moment of stopping, to just being present, and to literally and figuratively aligning ourselves, lining the body up with itself, lining the body up with the space around us. So with your left knee and right knee bent, pull the right knee into your chest, catch the back of the right thigh with the hands, and circle the right foot at the ankle joint. Shoulders still on the floor. Circle the other way. And then point and flex the right foot. Open the right knee out to the right and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then pull the left knee in towards you and catch the back of the thigh with the hands. Soften again, shoulders onto the earth. Keep the left knee bent or stretch the left leg up. Either way. And breathe here. Let the breath be full. Bring your awareness to what you're feeling. You know, we're talking about stopping, but you can't stop your mind. You can't stop yourself from thinking. But you can invite yourself to be more attentive and focused in on one thing, to open up to silence and presence. Exhale, bend the left knee. If it's straight, step the left foot down to the floor on your left, the left side of your mat, and drop both knees over to the right. So left foot to the left, knees to the right. Keep the right ankle crossed unless that is torquing your knee. Then put it down. Stretch the arms overhead. Extend long through your left thigh, and then soften the left rib cage down towards the floor. And breathe right where you are. One more breath. Release the arms back by your sides. Lift your knees back up, uncross. Draw your left knee in, catch the back of the left leg with your hands, and circle the left foot. Circle the other way. And point and flex. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And with your hands, catch the back of the right thigh. Either with the right leg bent or the right leg straight up. And breathe into the left hip. After the next breath, bend the right knee, release your hands, step the right foot to the floor on your right, off your mat, both knees over to the left. Stretch the arms overhead. See if you can keep both shoulders anchored, and then soften the right rib cage down towards the floor. Release the arms, uncross the left foot, bring the knees back in. Happy baby pose. Catch the pinky edges of both feet. And see if, while still holding the feet, you can soften the shoulders back down to the floor. Breathe and maybe gently rock from side to side. Drawing the soles of your feet together up in the air. Point the toes to the ceiling, the heels towards the floor, and then push your knees away from you, working to put a little arch in the low back. Then shoulders down, back of the head already down. 3 deep breaths, knees pressing wide, feet pulling in. Letting go of the feet, put them down on the floor, still together. Bring your hands to your belly. Sweep the tailbone down. Take 3 deep breaths right into the hands on your belly. Deep belly breaths.
Take the hands underneath the thighs, lift your legs back up to center, and then drop the knees left and right. Feet on the floor, just windshield wiper back and forth a few times. I'm going to be preparing for Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, if you want to put on extra layers, take a moment to do so. And I invite you to not put a blanket under your head unless you know you need to put a blanket under your head. And let the floor be your wall. And we continue with this engagement, this alignment and invitation of stopping. Externally rotate your arms so that your palms turn up and your shoulder blades work a little bit more deeply into your back and a little bit flatter under your back. Lengthen the back of your neck so you're neither lifting your chin nor tucking it in. There's a little curve in the back of your neck, and the throat in the front is soft. Relax your hands, relax your feet, relax your jaw. Take the elevator down. With each breath, descend layer by layer by layer, a little deeper and a little deeper into yourself. Dana Fald's poetess, yogi poetess, writes, "Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that when you open your eyes, the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now." awareness to your breath, to the earth beneath you holding you, to any amount of stillness that you're experiencing. To silence. Begin to deepen your breath. Breathe in deep. Breathe out slow. Move fingers and toes. And curling over to your right side. Pause for a moment, stopping. And slowly bring yourself up to sit. As you come up to sit, imagine that wall again behind you. Shoulders back on the wall, back of the head resting back on the wall. We'll end with David White's words. We learn the art and practice of stopping so that we can join a deeper, onward moving, unstoppable tide, one we have always intuited to lie beneath everything that seems unmovable in our lives. The radical art of stopping things is actually the radical art of moving on in a better way. Always to begin with, invisibly, always to begin with toward the unknown, and almost always slightly to our grief, bringing our previous forms of happiness to a halt in order to move on towards a greater future happiness, always living, always waiting, just beyond our present understanding. As we each move out into the day, I invite you to practice the art of stopping in whatever way serves you. Join your palms together in front of your heart and we'll chant one Om to close. Take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste.